Thanks, guys, once again for joining in. This is a closed webinar, which means we have got people only Vmaker users here today. This is not an open webinar, so any questions, literally anything regarding the tool, please feel free to post it, and we are here to answer all those things one-on-one. So first and foremost, Vmaker.com. If you guys haven't done this already, we see many people doing this, but if you haven't done this already, go to Vmaker.com and download the tool. If you're using a Mac OS, you can download the Apple application, Mac application. If you're using a Windows operating system, then you can use the Chrome extension. I think you can see the Chrome extension on top here. The Mac OS, of course, if you have downloaded it, you would see that as well. So once you just log in, you would see a pop-up here. This is your dashboard. Yes, like Javan said, it is a bit unorganized. No, it's very clumsy. But apart from that, you see the option to download Vmaker. And, here is where you can just choose between the Vmaker plugin and macOS. So depending on whatever version you are in, please download it and sign in to get started and using it right away. Now, once you have signed up and started using, Vmaker comes in with some standard features. With like any other screen recording tool, you will have the option to record your screen, your webcam, or your screen plus webcam. Now, if you're doing some sort of presentation, a screen recording should be fine. If you're in customer support, screen recording is fine. If you want to send out a special message, maybe since we have a lot of educators here, I'm going to put it more on that way. So if you're sending out a special message to your students, then just webcam recording should help. And if you want to probably explain something like what I'm doing right now, wherein my facial expression will also add some value to it, then yes, go for the screen plus webcam option. Now, the overall purpose of this particular tool is to introduce something called asynchronous communication. We all know that we are working remote, and it is very difficult to get people into a meeting, and it's sort of clumsy. With this way, you can just quickly record some notes or any sort of, just like somebody who just came in, Sandy asked us whether this meeting is recorded. You can always record these sessions and send it to your students later on, or your students can also use this particular tool to record the particular session and then view it later on as well. So that is where all these things comes into play. And you have the option to record the full screen or a particular tab. If you're showing one tab and if you just want to record that, you can use that as well. If you're using the default camera, you can use it. If you're using an external camera or a microphone, usually I have a microphone attached. I don't know if Javan has it today, but today we are just with the headphones. So if you have an additional external microphone or a camera, you have the option to add that as well. Now, if you're in a paid plan, you have the option to record up to 4K, which is the highest. 8K is there, but still, 4K resolution, all the way from 360 to 4K, you have the option to record it as well. Now, when you start recording, please ensure that it is selected at the required, resolution. Some people prefer it as 1080, but many people leave it at 360, and then, we see some issues with the quality. So please ensure that it is correctly selected here. Now, moving on, you have this wonderful option called preferences here. When you click on the three dots, it shows up right here. And when you click on preferences, here is when you can, customize some of the options. For example, should you include the audio that has been playing in the browser? For example, if you're playing a video on the browser, you can check that. The recording countdown, highlighting mouse clicks. If you click on somewhere, it'll be highlighted. Flip in camera. Showing the control menu, which basically is the list of items that will appear onto the left once I close this menu. Record in mono or noise control. Noise control is not noise cancellation, but noise control. So it does suppress, the background noise to some extent as well. So yeah, you can see the things which are appearing on the left. I don't know if it is visible, but that is the menu which you can hide and show as well. And once you're all set, please press record here. And, once again, use the same button to stop recording as well. And you should be good to go. You can always use the annotate symbol right here. In order to draw or show some features around the tool as well. So these are some of the options which are pretty standard, and I'm pretty sure many of you guys would have already seen all these things as well. Now let's move on to some of the advanced things which we said we'll discuss. Now, many of you here would be in the Teams plan, which means you will be working with a set of people with whom you need to share a lot of videos. It can be your students, it can be your other teacher, or it can be your other employee as well. So in that case, you have the option to add them to your team. But before that, I'll just drop in about the folder structure. So you can see that a lot of videos here are clumsy, as we discussed. So you have the option to click on this icon, create some folders, different subjects, different criteria maybe, and then you can simply drag and just put a video there in order to move it to that particular folder. So just like how I did, you can edit this and as well as share it as well. So you have the option to share as a folder to your teammate as well. If it is somebody handling that particular subject, or if somebody who is handling that particular department, then you can just click on share and you can just enter the email ID, or you can just share it as a link. Just you have the option to share it, just the view link or the edit link, something which you find in Google Docs quite often, and just click on copy and you can just share it across to them. So it is as simple as that. So yeah, don't keep a dashboard like this. Please keep it neat and tidy. And the next option, which I want to talk about, is My Team. So if you're in the Teams plan, you always have the option to invite other members to your team as well, so that sharing and collaborating makes, it gets much easier. So here you have the option to invite them by email address, wherein you can just click on it, enter their email address, and you have the option to choose them to add as an admin or as a member. The difference here is that if you add somebody as an admin, then they have the option to add other people as well. If you add the user as a member, then yes, they just stay there and they can just make use of the tool, but they can't add other members. So that is the only difference. Now, anyone whom you add to your team will have a private workspace, which basically is a private dashboard wherein they can record videos and keep it on their own. Unless they share it with you, it is not visible to other people. And whatever videos that is being shared, you can just go to the option called shared with me here on the left. Again, something very similar to what you see on Google Docs. This is where you see all the folders or files which has been shared with you for quick access. That is how you do it. And then lastly, the most important option within this page is called branding. Just open that up quickly. So if you are in the top tier, or if you have gone through AppSumo, then obviously you will have this, wherein you can edit the player page to match your particular brand. For example, you can see that. Okay, I think, yeah. So this is the player page. Once you have recorded a video, this is exactly how it looks. Just pause this video. Yep. So you can see that there is Vmaker branding here. There is a share button here, and there is a sign up now here. All these things, you can just get rid of them by using the branding. If you're in Teams plan, you will not see all these things, but then you will still see our logo on top. So to avoid that, you can always use the custom branding feature. Just deselect this show Vmaker branding, upload your own brand logo and your favorite icon, and customize the color as well. And once you are done, click on enable CTA, which means basically if probably you want the student to go to a Google form wherein they need to submit something, or they need to attend a meeting, you can just use enable CTA, or you can just deselect it. So that's exactly how branding works here as well. Yep. Okay, I hope you guys can follow with me. If you guys are following up with me, please leave me a thumbs up or just say yes, so that I can just move on to the next part as well. Okay, and if you guys have any questions, as I mentioned, please feel free to drop it in the Q&A column. We'll be happy to take it up at the end of the session. But until then, I hope you guys are staying up with me. Thanks a lot for that. So the next one is, once you have recorded a video, you have the option to edit it as well. Now, for example, when you finish recording a video, it is saved automatically to your dashboard. This is where you see it, just the dashboard. And then if you just click on edit, you can just go into the edit window here. So this is the editor here. Now this is a work in progress, which means in future you will see a lot of more features coming into this. So at the moment you have the option to trim the video, which basically means you can just trim it between the start and end. You have the option to flip the video left and right. You have the option to rotate as well. So yeah, I think this is a little clumsy. I did something. Yeah, now it's fine. And then you have the option to resize as well, which means if you feel like I want to remove some of the portion in the screen and I want to highlight, probably I don't want to show the list of participants to others, I can just quickly resize it like this. Yep. And just click on apply. You can see that it's gone. Okay. I think I just need to move it a little bit more. Yep. So something like that, which means people can't see the rest and they can only see whomever I'm showing them to see. So this helps you to avoid all the areas which you don't want others to see, and just make them focus on whatever the part of the screen they should be focusing on. Once you are done with the editing, you also have the adjust volume option, which basically means if you feel like the volume is too high or if you want to mute the audio completely, you can do it here. I hope you guys can follow up the mouse. It is on the left bottom corner. So you can see that, the volume option wherein you can control the volume for the video as well. Once you're done with all this, just go ahead and click on export video, and the complete video will be rendered and it will be processed and you will be taken to the video page once again. So once you're done with this, we'll move on to the final page, which is called as the player page. So this is how the player page looks like. And here again, you have some options to customize as well, just as an end there. So firstly, with the player page, you have the settings menu here, wherein when somebody is playing your video, they have the option to play it at 1.5x or 2x. Recently, WhatsApp just introduced this as well. And if you're somebody like me who talks a little faster, then yes, you can go for 0.75 or 0.5x to slow it down and watch it as well. This does help students at many points as well. And finally, you can update the title of your video. For that particular video, just click on the pencil icon here, and you can change the video title. Now, whatever title you just enter here, it will be appearing on top of the tab as well, how to change title. So it will reflect there as well. And you will get the number of views. For example, if people are watching, it says 3 views, which means people who have signed into Vmaker have watched your video. The anonymous views is the list of people who have watched who haven't signed up for Vmaker. For example, if somebody watches this without signing into Vmaker, then it'll be shown as anonymous views. And next comes timer option. This is actually another interesting one, wherein you can set the video to expire. For example, if you're sharing a particular video to a student and you just don't want them to see it probably after a couple of days, then you can just set the timeline. For example, I can say this video can expire after 2 days, which means if I have shared this video as a link to anybody, the link will expire and people can't watch this video after 2 days. This helps me to take control of the video completely. You can always delete it. That's straightforward. You can duplicate the video as well, and you can edit it, which will take you back to the editor. And finally, you will have the option to download it as well. So this is just saving it into your local storage for later purpose, or if you want to share into other platform, then this helps. The next option you have is the share option. Now, this will allow you to share the video in multiple sources. For example, you can click on the embed option and you will get the embed code. This is something similar to how YouTube works, wherein you take the video, you embed it to your website. And you have other options as well, wherein you can upload it directly to YouTube. You can share it to Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. There are, and as well as on email as well. You can directly, mail it to your students or your community or your fellow teammates as well. So these are some of the options which are available right now to share. We are bringing in more integrations to this as well. Yeah, please keep a close eye on this space because we'll be introducing this quite a lot in the upcoming webinar series, and we'll be discussing new features separately as well. So I'll keep you guys posted. So for now, this is a quick turn up of how exactly Vmaker works. And I believe I have shown you majority of the features, and I believe you have managed to follow up with me. And I have completed it exactly 9:20, so which is 20 minutes, and which means we have another 10 minutes to kickstart with Q&A, which is what I was looking forward to the most. Let me just stop sharing my screen for now. And I'll be launching some polls meanwhile. So if you guys, please don't mind, help us make this better. You would see a poll there. And please feel free to drop in the options. That'll help us to understand how exactly, this webinar has helped you as well. Yep, with that aside, let's take on the questions. Okay.
Lakshman, let me pick a few questions that I've been answering on the Q&A box and also on the chat. So one of this was that, do we have a time duration limit? The answer is no. We don't have any kind of time limitation for a recording. So that's good. That's something that's very unique feature that we have on Vmaker. So your videos can be as long as they can be. So no, there are no time limits. One of the other questions is, is the video available to someone else if I've recorded a webinar or a meeting? So it's been asked by some Dhanasekar. So your videos are not available to others until you share it with them. Let's say you have a private meeting recorded or a private webinar recorded, and you haven't shared the link with anyone. In that case, nobody will be able to view your video. But once you start sharing your video with others, then your video will be available to whoever has the link. So that answers your question.
Perfect. I think we just covered it during the video as well. So each user, whomever you invite to your team, they'll have their own private dashboard, which means whatever video they record, it is private to them, and unless they share it with you, you really can't see it. So that is how exactly this tool works as well.
Yeah, and one of the other questions that was asked is, do we, can they move multiple files inside a folder? Now, to answer, can you take up that, Lakshman?
Yes, yes, absolutely. You can just move multiple files to one common folder. For example, 10 different videos into one folder. You can also create subfolders as well. Within one main folder, you can create subfolders, and you can, categorize that as well. So yes, folder option, it is like completely something which you find in any other device, your Windows PC or Mac, whatever you are using, how you access folders, that is exactly how this works.
Lakshman, the question was that can they select multiple files and then they move it? So to answer that, right now that's not available.
Yeah.
So you cannot select multiple files and then move it inside a folder. But there is one thing that we are working on is, to let you directly record and upload to a folder. Let's say I have a folder created and I want all my videos to upload it into that folder. We are working on giving that flexibility. And one of the feedback that we've also received is, be able to move multiple files inside one folder. So I think we'll take that into consideration and take it to the development team.
Perfect.
Okay, so another question that has popped up is, I haven't shared my recording to anyone, but my email says that, there have been X number of views to your videos. So that's total combined number of videos, Tanasekar. So let's say that you've recorded 10 videos and you've watched all your videos one time. So that's 10 views. So even that would be considered as a view, and that's an automated email that comes to you. So you need not worry about that. Nobody can actually view your video until you have shared it with someone. So that answers, the views that you are concerned about.
There's one more question on public roadmap. Yes, we do have a public roadmap. Javin, while you take up the next question, let me just pull out the link and share it. Okay, Javin, do we have any other questions?
Right now, we have one question that says, are videos protected? It's by Kanesha Harper. By protection, can you be a little more specific? Well, because this is an open platform for recording videos. So as I said, if you have your link shared with anyone, then that video is, visible to anyone who has the link. But if you do not share your link with anyone, nobody can view your video. So I think that's that explains, how protected the videos are. So you will be the only person to be able to view a video if you haven't shared the link with anyone. That's one more, and let's see if I can take up any other questions. So there's one question that says, I was not able to, recover a partially recorded video. So that's by Sardi. So Sardi, how the upload feature works is that, once you record a video, it kind of, the video is kind of chopped into multiple sections and it's recorded simultaneously as you start recording your video. And there are multiple reasons why a section of the video could have failed to be, uploaded. So if I guess we were able to manually recover one of your video, I guess, but the whole video was not recovered because we did not have the data of the whole video. So if we don't have it on our side, then the video cannot be recovered fully.
Okay, so guys, just a quick request. Before that, I've just shared the public roadmap link in the chat. You guys can have a look into it. We'll soon have this in our website as well. you can see all the upcoming features via that roadmap there. And one more request would be please drop it on the Q&A box, because it's just getting a little difficult to scroll through and see all the messages or questions plus messages that has been coming in. Let me just try to pick another one in the midst of it. So you chat, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm sorry, man. Can you show me how to upload to Vimeo directly from Vmaker? This is not available right now. The direct integration to Vimeo is not available. We have it only to YouTube. Vimeo is something we would be working on pretty soon, and we'll have it. We are also working on another platform which will be coming up, which will be competing with Vimeo pretty soon as well. So you don't have to worry about moving into a different platform. You can do it all within the Animaker video ecosystem pretty soon as well. So yeah, for now you can download the video and then you can upload it. So that is exactly how it is working right now. If we create a course,
Lakshman, we have a couple of questions in the Q&A box. Can you just have a look at them? We have received a few questions.
Okay, what features are you planning on the editor? That's from Dean in the future. So Dean, the next set of editing features will allow you to upload an external video to the existing Vmaker recording, and then basically add it to any mid part of the video which you have. Plus, you will also have the option to trim mid portions of the video as well. So these are some of the options which we are planning, at next to be launched with Vmaker. Can I see how can I trim a video? Bodo, this video is recorded. I just showed people how exactly they can, trim it. I don't know if you have joined late, but don't worry. This is being recorded, and you can always re-watch this in our YouTube channel. This should be there by tomorrow, and you can always have a look into it. Okay, next one is, can you put a limit to open the video email link and or turn off video? So if you need to restrict access to a particular video which you have shared, just turn on link expiring, which I just showed you. On the player page, you will find the option called timer. Click on it, just set the time limit until which the link should be available, and then save it. It should automatically solve the issue for you. And okay, there's a huge question from Dhanashekar. When I'm recording my webinar, the timer window keeps popping up saying the recording will be stopped in 5 minutes. Can this be managed via admin, as it is annoying that when you are presenting? I am not exactly getting this.
I got the question, Lakshman.
Okay.
What happens is when you schedule a video to be recorded, it starts recording automatically. Let's say I've scheduled it to be recorded for 1 hour, and then you start recording a webinar, and when the 1 hour is just about to get over, you start getting a pop-up saying the video will stop recording in 5 minutes. So that's what I think he's mentioning. And sometimes that could be a little annoying because you want to continue the recording, but the schedule feature is going to stop it. So that's a very good feedback. I think we will have that fixed. It's just that we can give a pop-up that lets you continue recording or just not ask to stop the recording. So yeah, that we can look into that and take it up to the development team.
Thanks, Dhanashekar, for bringing that up. I think he has quite a lot to add in as well. So we are running an LMS platform. So for solo educators, can trainers upload their videos to Vmaker account?
I think upload is something that we do not offer because, as we are offering unlimited storage to our users, we have restricted the option for our users to upload videos from external sources, because that could take up a lot of, your dashboard space and also ultimately our server space. So we do not offer upload video option to any of our users.
Okay, Dhanashekar, I hope we have managed to answer your question, man. If you just have something, please feel free to drop a message as well. We'll catch up once again. Shahu Pawar.
There is one other question in the chat box which says, what will be the size of file for 1 hour class video? He is asking in MB. So it's by someone called Sendil Nathan. So that totally depends on what recording resolution you've selected. So if you choose for a lower recording resolution, your size is going to be pretty small. But if you kind of go for 720p or 1080p, your file size is obviously going to be pretty big. So the file size totally depends on what recording resolution you're going to be opting for. So if it's going to be a 1 hour class, I would suggest you to go for 720p. that would be the best bet for your recording resolution as well as the size of your file.
Okay, how much time does it take to download a video into our device? That is from Shahu Pawar.
Shahul, that totally depends on how long your video is. Recently, we've been having some issues where some users have faced problem in downloading the video as soon as they've recorded it. So we are fixing that. Improving the processing time. But if your video is pretty short, then it shouldn't take anything more than a couple of minutes. But if it's an hour long video, it might take a few minutes before it's processed thoroughly, but that is being looked into, and we are reducing the time it takes to process the video.
Shahu Pawar, hey, I hope we managed to answer that as well. It's a 4-minute video. I think that shouldn't take much time unless there is a problem with rendering. He just said that it is a 4 minutes video. Even if it is HD quality, it shouldn't take much time.
Yeah, correct. It should be very.
If you're facing any issues, just drop in a message, and we'll help you with the same as well.
Yeah. So here's a general information to all our users is if you have any bugs or issues that you are coming across, do let us know in the live chat, because we have a tracking system where we track all the bugs that have been reported. So as soon as you report an issue, we start tracking it, and that goes through our fixing process as well. So I would request, if you have a problem, if you come across an issue, just report it to us through our live chat, and we will take care of it.
Okay, Guru Murthy has asked a question. Is it free of cost? Yes, we do have a free plan in which you can get started with. But of course, the free plan does come with certain limitations as well. So in short, yes, we do have a free plan, and it'll help you to test out the tool as well. Okay, I'm just going to keep it open for another couple of minutes. I know we are past the 9:30 mark, but I see like many enthusiastic questions coming in about the tool. Nice to have that coming. So yeah, let me just wait for another couple of minutes. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to drop in. Okay, you has another question. Is it possible to embed the video player on my WordPress website? Yes, you can do that. So once you have recorded the video on the player page, once you click on share button, you get the option wherein you can embed the video. Just copy the embed code and just paste it on your WordPress website. It's something very similar to how exactly the YouTube videos are being embedded. That's exactly the same mechanism. So in short, yes, you can do that.
So there is one question that says, when my mic is muted as I'm talking to my family members while recording a meeting webinar, the voice of the meeting webinar is also muted. So the best way around this would be to, before you start recording the webinar, just mute your microphone input on the app itself. That way, your microphone will not be recorded. But if you choose to do it in middle of the meeting, when you're recording the meeting, that might not happen because it's already taking in data from the Chrome plugin or the Chrome browser. So when you stop your microphone, it might just not be able to record the system audio as well. So if there is a meeting where you're not going to be talking, you just want the system audio to be recorded, I would suggest you turn off the microphone input before you start recording the meeting itself.
Yep, and just to add one more thing, if I think Dhanashekhar is also facing this problem. I think Dhanashekhar, we would probably reach out to you. I think there is a lot of questions we need to sort for you, and we welcome that as well. So yes, this problem of people inviting team members and them seeing a new workspace is something we face quite often. That's because people don't use the exact same link to sign up. Instead, they just sign in as a new user. So if they do that, then we do have this issue popping up as well. So we just want to make sure that they use the same email ID and they use the same link to sign up as well. If you have any problem like that, please reach out to us immediately with the in-app chat support, and we'll help you with the onboarding personally as well. So these things is something which we handle day in and day out, and you don't have to worry. We can sort it out immediately.
There is a question from Saranya that says, how many days the video will remain in my dashboard on the free plan? Saranya, it'll stay forever. Your videos, we do not have an expiry or a time limit duration, so it's gonna stay on the dashboard indefinitely. So it's gonna be there.
Let me just give one more minute, Javan. I think you're on a roll with all the answers. So yeah.
Yeah. So one of the other questions that has come up is the team members registered by the email invite I triggered as an admin. Still, the workspace and upgrade plan details were visible to him. So here's a thing. One of the times when what happens is I just came across a similar issue that I was just sorting out right now. Please ask them to just click on just log out or log into the account once again, or just ask them to see if they are able to see a different workspace. If they are still not able to access their paid account, just share their email ID with us. We will have a look at what the problem is. But two things that would immediately fix the problem is, one, asking them to log out and log in. The second thing is ask them to check if they are on the right workspace. And I think Dhanasekar Balakrishnan, I can get on a call exclusively for you to sort out all the issues and all the concerns that we have. We have a onboarding call, available for us. Just drop in a message in our website live chat, and I'll share the link with you. I can connect with you, and I can answer all your questions there.
Okay, I think we have closed it. Please advise to which support email ID I need to send the issues. You can send it to hola@vmaker.com, or you can also reach out on javan@animaker.com as well. But the best way is, just to drop in a message via the intercom chat support, and we'll just connect it with you directly. That would be the quickest way possible.
Can I have the webcam size as large as half of the screen? Yes, you can do that. When you open the webcam, when you choose to record your screen and webcam, you will, just below the webcam bubble, you will see two circles. One is small, the other one is bigger, and then you will see a square. So clicking on the bigger circle or clicking on the square will actually make your webcam size big, and it will take up most of your screen. So you can make use of that. So you can obviously make your webcam bigger when you are recording your screen and webcam.
Yep, and we have last couple of questions now. Before we answer that, I just have a quick, request to all of you guys. If you guys have been using the tool, please help us understand how exactly it is working with you. We have the link to the G2 and Captera platforms. You can just click on the link, and you can just leave a honest review of how exactly you feel about the tool, and this will help us to understand it better. So yep, that's something. If you do it, it'll be great. And quickly to the last couple of questions, Haranya, the videos are saved in a cloud storage under Vmaker, so you don't have to worry about your laptop storage. You do need to have a sufficient storage until the video is uploaded. It is first saved to your local system or local computer, and then it is being uploaded. So if you don't have enough space, you will have an issue with the upload. And once it is uploaded, it will be automatically removed from your local laptop, and it will be always available on cloud. Vmaker Dashboard. And yes, you can use Vmaker from any system. You can log into your dashboard from any laptop or something, and then any system, and you can access all your videos and files as well. So yeah, that is completely available. And yeah, I think Javan, this one is for you. I'm just gonna point it out straightly. So yeah, Dhanashekar, we just got your message, and we understand that there are quite a few things which we can really work on. I think there are some feedback which we need to take out from there and work on as well. So yeah, thanks a lot for bringing this. I've noted your email ID. Thanks for dropping that as well. I'm just gonna get it, and we'll be in touch with you tomorrow, in order to discuss more about this as well. So yep. So guys, hopefully we have answered most of your questions within the limited time possible. And, I know there are a flurry of questions more, which you guys might have as you start working with the tool. And if you guys have any feature suggestions, or if you guys have any feedback, always please feel free to write to us either through the chat or through, hola@vmaker.com. And we'll be happy to, get in touch with you. And as Javin said, once you sign up, you also get an email with the link to an onboarding call, wherein we help you to onboard to Vmaker and just walk you through all the features as well. So that is something, which will help you to get started right away with Vmaker as well. And okay, that's shout out from Dhanashekar. Yep, I think with that, we'll just put the webinar to a closure. thanks a lot for the polls as well. I saw a lot of responses there. We'll just analyze the results and we'll continue to improve the webinar. As always, stay in touch and most importantly, stay safe there as well. And Javan, yes, I think you can smile a little when you're very serious. I don't know. I think you're just looking to your keyboard. But yeah, so thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot to Optimus Public School, if I mentioned the name right. You guys, thanks for joining us today. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want to help us through any features, just feel free to drop a message and we'll be happy to join you there as well. Once again, thanks a lot. Special mention to Saranya, Dhanshekar, you, and Jyoti Anand for all those questions and some important feedback for us as well. We are very happy that something like this happened. And yep, let's see you guys in another webinar then. Cheers.
Yeah, and there's a final note. I am able to, I am glad to see Julio Cesar Vargas on this webinar. He's joined us, I think, after, I haven't seen him for a couple of webinars, past webinars. So good to see you, Julio.
I actually have the chat window open. I don't have, the attendee window open. So I think I missed it. Thanks, Julio, for joining us once again. I think we have quite a few people to whom we can just call by names and just tell them, right? That's exactly how the community. Oh, by the way, yes. If you guys haven't joined in already, please do join our Facebook and Slack community. You guys should have received this, through your email. All these use cases, how exactly other people are using Vmaker. Some people are using Vmaker to close sales. Some people are using it to be a better educator. Some people are students. Some people are creators. We have a wide variety of people in the group who discuss how exactly they use Vmaker. And if you are somebody, we would love to hear how exactly you use Vmaker as well. So yeah, I think Javan has just shared the link. So please do join us there and we'll continue more interesting conversations there as well. So thanks a lot once again, guys. We'll see you in another webinar. Cheers. Thanks, Javan. Thanks once again. Thank you all. Bye-bye.